Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're taking on a massive, literally life-altering paradigm shift. And we're going to distill the absolute core teachings of Gabrielle Bernstein's transformational book, Super Attractor, into 8 minutes or less. So if you're looking for a direct, no-nonsense path to understand exactly how to manifest a life beyond your wildest dreams, without all the fluff, you are in the absolute perfect place. Let's just get right into it.
To kick things off, let's be real for a second and confront a struggle I think we can all relate to. Are you a pusher or are you a manic manifester? Most of us fall right into one of these two traps. A pusher is someone desperately trying to force their goals into existence. You kind of believe that if you aren't grinding 24/7, micromanaging every single detail, and just white-knuckling your way through life, nothing's going to happen, right? You're relying completely on your own exhausting strength. But on the flip side, maybe you're a manic manifester. This is someone who uses all the spiritual tools. We're talking vision boards, affirmations, meditation, the whole shebang, but does it all with this frantic, anxious, grasping energy. You're basically trying to manipulate the universe instead of actually trusting it. And here's the kicker. Both of these states are fundamentally rooted in fear, and both of them actually block you from the exact things you want.
So, how do we break out of that exhausting cycle? Well, the solution is right here in this profound paradigm shift presented by Gabrielle Bernstein. The radical idea, and honestly the absolute core thesis you need to grasp today, is that feeling good is not a reward for your hard work. Think about it. We've been taught our entire lives that if we just struggle enough, eventually we'll earn the right to feel good. But this text argues the exact opposite. Feeling good is actually the prerequisite for success. You literally have to embody the joy first, and then the success follows.
Now, what's really fascinating about this concept is how it completely redefines what our true power actually is. Being a super attractor has absolutely nothing to do with your worldly status, the size of your bank account, or what's on your resume. It's a state of being. It's this deep understanding that what you believe is what you receive. You're co-creating your reality, not by forcing circumstances or manipulating people, but by actively tuning into the energy of love and just allowing good things to flow to you easily. True power? It's simply your capacity to stay aligned with those good-feeling emotions no matter what crazy things are happening around you.
And to really see how this plays out, just think about the stark contrast here. Pushing and controlling versus allowing and aligning. When you're pushing, you're operating from a place of fear and lack. And wow, is it draining? You're essentially fighting against the current of the universe, totally convinced that you're the only one who can make things happen. But when you make the shift to allowing and aligning, you experience this incredible magnetic freedom. You still do your part, sure, but you trust the universal stream of well-being to carry you. It's literally the difference between frantically rowing upstream and just letting the river do the heavy lifting. This crucial point was captured perfectly by the late Dr. Wayne Dyer, who basically hit the nail on the head when he said, "You do not attract what you want, you attract what you are." See, the universe doesn't respond to your frantic wishing, it responds to your energetic vibration. If you're constantly hyper-focused on your massive debt, your loneliness, or your fear of failure, you're broadcasting a low-frequency vibration of lack. And because of the law of attraction, you'll actually repel the very abundance, love, and success you're trying to get. You become a direct match for the lack you're obsessing over. Crazy, right?
Which brings us to a somewhat tough pill to swallow. The absolute biggest block to our power is our own resistance to feeling good. Now, you might be thinking, why on earth would I resist feeling good? Well, the author points out that we actually use fear as this twisted kind of defense mechanism. We kind of think that by anticipating the worst, by always expecting to be let down, we're somehow protecting ourselves from disappointment. We unconsciously believe that if we let our guard down and just feel unbridled joy, well, the other shoe is bound to drop. But that unconscious reliance on fear, it completely chokes off the flow of abundance, because deep down, it's screaming to the universe that we don't believe we're safe or worthy of good things.
But hey, here is the incredibly good news, perfectly summarized by Abraham Hicks. A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. That's it. Those deeply ingrained, fearful, limiting beliefs telling you that you aren't enough, they are not permanent realities. They are literally just bad mental habits. And because they're just habits, we can choose to interrupt that negative momentum at any single moment. We always have the power to just choose a different thought.
So let's make this highly tactical. The text gives us this brilliant little framework called the 3-step choose again method. This is exactly how you break that habit. Step 1, notice the thought. You've got to catch yourself red-handed when you start spiraling into negativity. Step 2, forgive the thought. And this is huge. Don't beat yourself up for being negative. Simply thank that fearful thought for showing you what you don't want so you can get really clear on what you do want. And step 3,
choose again. Just intentionally reach for the next best feeling thought. You don't have to jump from deep depression straight to absolute ecstasy. Just find a thought that brings a tiny, tiny bit of relief and let that positive momentum start building.
Now, as you're practicing this, you've really got to stay vigilant against some super sneaky mental blocks. I'm talking about things like comparing ourselves to everyone's highlight reel on social media, slipping back into that lack mentality, treating life like it's some bitter competition, or judging others just to give ourselves a quick, fleeting ego boost. Because here's the thing, whenever we judge or compete, our happiness suddenly depends on an external scoreboard. And the exact second that happens, we instantly sever our spiritual connection to the universe. Your joy has to come from within, not from feeling like you're somehow better than someone else.
Now, don't get me wrong, being a super attractor does not mean you just sit on your couch eating chips and waiting for $1 million to magically fall through the ceiling. You still have to take action, but instead of forcing things, you use the spiritually aligned action method. Step 1, tap into inspiration and see how your joy actually helps the world. Step 2, totally believe the universe is going to deliver, maybe even ending your prayers with this or something better. And Step 3, take action, but only after you feel peaceful, faithful, and totally detached from the exact outcome. When you move from this aligned place, you've got the entire backing of the universe right behind you.
And that brings us to what might be the ultimate form of surrender discussed here, the practice of non-interference. Sometimes the absolute most powerful action you can possibly take is to do nothing at all. Just stop trying to meddle, let go of your rigid timeline, and let the universe show you what to do. When you finally step out of your own way and just stop interfering, you allow your energetic alignment to naturally co-create the most perfect outcomes. It's a total game changer.
So what's the absolute easiest way to maintain this alignment? You anchor yourself in a constant daily state of appreciation. Whether you use daily mantras, pull an inspiration card, or just jot things down in a gratitude journal, appreciation is quite literally the fastest known way to dissolve your internal resistance. When you're genuinely appreciating the things you already have right now, you blow the floodgates wide open for the universe to catch up with your biggest dreams. As we get near the end here, I really want to highlight this incredibly profound quote from A Course in Miracles. The presence of fear is a sure sign that you are trusting in your own strength. Just think about that for a second. Whenever you feel that familiar tight grip of anxiety in your chest, let it serve as an immediate, gentle alarm bell. It just means you've forgotten your super attractor power. It means you're trying to shoulder the burden all by yourself again. So in that moment, stop forcing solutions. Seek relief instead. Pull out that choose again method we talked about, and just invite a higher power to take the lead.
So, as we wrap up this super focused journey of transformation, we want to leave you with one final profound choice to make today. Will you choose love over fear? Will you stop relying on your own exhausting strength and finally start trusting the universe to guide you? Ultimately, the choice is entirely yours. If you enjoyed this, subscribe to In 8 Minutes and never miss what matters.